Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're taking a look at two things. The Tower28 SunnyDays. This is supposed to be, well, they're calling it a Tinted Sunscreen Foundation. Okay, and the limited edition Westman Atelier. It's so pretty, I didn't want to open it. Thank you, I love this color. So let's get into this first. Fair warning, I just had a laser, right? I want to keep the effects of a laser. I am not going to risk my laser using this as my sunscreen, sorry. We'll see how it goes, but I put on sunscreen. And I didn't quite put on my full dosage, which is a 1/4 teaspoon. So the equation is 2 millimeter of product per centimeter squared of surface, and that is about a 1/4 teaspoon. In order to use this as your sunscreen, you have to put on a 1/4 teaspoon. So what I'm going to do is measure out a 1/4 teaspoon of product, and we're just going to dip and dab and see what different coverage levels that we get. And I think we'll see. I'm going to end up putting the whole 1/4 teaspoon on so we can really see what's going on. But if you are putting on half of what you should be putting on, just like I'm just covering up a little bits and expecting that you're going to get that coverage, you're going to be surprised. This is 1 fluid ounce, and I got the color Melrose. I found the color matching to be very difficult. It seemed like everybody was quite a bit darker than me, and Melrose might be a little too light for me, but from, they show like 4 pictures for each color, and none of them were my kind of color. It seemed like everybody had a warm undertone, so I'm a little afraid, but I hope it turns out good because this deserves the best background possible. I was going to just do a full face of Westman Atelier, but this is a limited edition, so I thought we should get it out there, and I do have this, so it's an unlikely marriage, but unlikely marriages happen all the time. 1/4 teaspoon. This is so light, and it's very watery, so I don't think, it's more like a milk. This is going to go into the hand. Look at that. So we've all seen those milky, Make Prem has one. It feels like that's what this is. And let's put it on the face. It will probably oxidize, but first go, this seems really light. But with tinted sunscreens, I find they usually go on either a little too light or really nice, and 20 minutes later, it's orange. And I'm just, I'm working it in more like I would work a foundation in than I would work a sunscreen in. This is a mineral sunscreen, which I know a lot of people appreciate. But look how much I have left, you guys. Okay, I feel like, normally I would say I'm going to give this 5 minutes and go do something else, but I've got a pile of this in my hand, so I can't do something else. But let's pick up this mirror ever so gingerly and see what's going on. It's a light coverage, and it looks very nice. It's not full dosage though, so this might be something that I would use more like I'm just applied it on top of my regular sunscreen. I would say the advantage of something like this would be you could reapply. So that's not a bad thing. So put on my regular clear sunscreen, put on this, and have all this left over, and at 2 o'clock or something, when I feel like, okay, I put it on at 8, it's probably diminished, I'm going to go outside, I can put on a little bit more of this. Of course, I would have to reapply my blush, bronzer, anything else that would be on my face, but I don't really have a problem with that. So I can see that kind of advantage. I do kind of feel like I want to wait a little bit to see how much this color changes. So today I think we're just going to do a 1/4 teaspoon for neck and face and pull some down here. I think it's darkening up a little bit and it's not looking too orange so far. Okay, I have to put on the rest of it because we should know what it's going to look like when you put on the full dose. So it looks pretty on the skin, 100%. It's not orange. And you know what? It's not even too light for me. Really, I think in the winter months, it's going to be a good color for me. So that's Melrose. And now we're going to put on the rest. I do feel a little bit of itching, which is very common for me when it comes to minerals. Lately, I've been using Elastin, which I don't get that itchy feeling from that, but I'm getting it from this. And it just feels like a lot, like I can keep on doing this. I do like the fact that I'm comfortable putting this under my eyes because it's so thin. So that's nice. But when you put more on, the nose is always a problem because there's so many curves here. So that's not unusual. The hairline is usually a little bit of a problem. You have to be a little more careful. But it looks really pretty. I'm going to pull you in for a close-up after I clean off my lips. All right, I'm going to pull you in here so you can see what it's looking like on the skin and how much coverage it's giving me. I do think it's pretty looking. And it's giving decent coverage. I don't know that I would say I'm getting a lot more coverage than I got with the first layer I put on. I do feel like I still want to wait to see if this changes color, and that itchy thing, I'm getting this on my eyes now. I just put some on my eyes and I can feel that itchy thing. If you have a sensitivity to zinc like I do, we'll see. We don't want itchy around the eyes. So we're going to go into the Westman Atelier. Let's start with the lip portion while we're letting this set up. Here's the pretty box. I did not open it because I wanted to open it in front of you. This is a color that rocks my world. And apparently, when Gucci got married, they had, I don't know, was it a Benz? It was some vintage car, Jaguar or Benz, that was this color. And she showed a wedding picture and she looked beautiful. Okay, there's a tab here. Pulls out. The presentation is lovely, and what we have in here is a lip product. Oh wow, look at this. So I took this out and there's something in here. This is so elegant. What is this? Is it a Christmas card? It's just for me. The gift edition. Gucci Westman introduces our new limited edition products inspired by effortless elegance with a Parisian twist. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm really proud that I'm able to read this. This curated edit features new lip suede in Bordeaux for a boldly wearable pop of color, and a new lit up highlight stick in, it looks like Parla, but there's the two little dots above it, so I think it's Swedish because she's Swedish, for a glassy champagne glow. Two little cases. This is so elegant. It's expensive. You're paying for this elegance for sure. It is absolutely another gift product, just like the Giorgio Armani palette. So let's take a look at these. Again, you have the little pull-out things here to help you remove. And here is the color for Bordeaux. Now, her last limited edition was not a matte formula, I don't believe, and it was this one, which sold out super fast and super wearable. So here they are side by side. I would say there's nothing similar to each other. And this is her first one in this beautiful orange red. And I would say maybe this color here would lie in the family of this, but it is not the same. let's put some on. As always with these products, I prefer to use a brush because they're just a little bit too small to get my fat fingers in there. And let's start with the lightest shade first. Oh, wow. This is very, very close to my own nude color. I'm going to swatch this on my hand and compare it to that other limited edition. The formula feels different. This feels closer to the first one in the orange. And this is like, everybody's lips have hundreds if not thousands of colors in them. And this feels like one of the colors in my lips. I will say, you guys, I had a tooth pulled 2 days ago and an implant on this side. So I had my mouth opened for 2 hours and the doctor accidentally pricked my lip with one of his sharp tools right here, and then he pinched it for a long time because it wouldn't stop bleeding. So my lips are not in the best shape today. I just wanted to, let you know. All right, so while this is, I feel, one of the colors that lives within my lips, I think it's a little deadening. But oftentimes with nudes, I find you can't just put them on your face. You have to have a full face of makeup, and they can work. And I think this shade might work. I'm going to put a little bit on my hand with the brush. I think there's anything in this that's exactly the same. It might be put a couple together, maybe these two together. But again, this is more of a sheer formula. Nah, I mean, I just blended a couple of colors together and I just don't feel that it's exactly the same. I feel that the undertones might be a little bit different. So this is the lightest shade, and I think it could work under the right conditions. So now let's go in with this color, which really looks pretty. I have to say, you guys, this presentation, so nice. I think that's really lovely too, but I do feel that I'm not doing a service to these colors because I don't have any blush on my face. So I'm just going to go into my Clé de Peau because it's cream and it's here, and I don't feel safe putting something on my face right now that's powder. So now we can see how this sunscreen foundation works with makeup. And I'm going to do the best cheat in the world, and that is put some blush on my eyes just to give me a little bit of definition and shape. I'm taking a dry beauty blender because I don't feel like getting up. I'm taking some of this off my hand and just doing a little bit of something, especially since this color is so light. But I'm very pleasantly pleased that it is not turning yellow. I really like this color. It's not too deep, so that is this color right here. So we've done this one and this one. Let's go in with this dark one. I'm just going to put it on top of what we have. And I'm just swatched it right here, and I think that this is one of those berry colors. And of course, one of the things about these kinds of products is you can mix them to get the best color for you. I actually like this. Usually this color is difficult for me because there's so much redness in my skin, but as you may or may not know, I just had a BBL and halo treatment, and a lot of my redness is gone. Not all of it, but a lot of the redness is gone, and I find that it's not making me look more red. So usually with these berry colors, if you have any redness in your skin, you have to have a very solid foundation, whether it's a lighter foundation, then you spot treat every single red area, or if you have overall redness like I do, you have to put on a solid base, or it will just draw attention to the redness in your face. But I don't feel like I'm getting that with this. Let's live with this for a minute and look at the highlighter. So here she is. Really pretty. Pretty neutral. I feel like I'm seeing both silvery colors and goldish colors. So I'm just going to take some with my fingers and do a little patting. I can't really see it because I already have sheen going on, which isn't a bad thing, actually. It could make you look quite natural. So if I had this very same color on my face, but it was matte, this might be an ideal color for my skin tone. And while we're here, let's put some on my eyes, which are already shiny. It's true. Okay, let me do the turn for you. The turn and swivel. I think it's beautiful. The camera stopped. I don't know where it stopped, but I took some of the brulee and put that on the cheeks and put some on the eyes. So this is the brulee, which is another same stick, but different color. For me, a bronzer, that's how Gucci used it, but if you have dark skin, that would be lovely. The skin looks very nice, you guys. It feels comfortable. I am still getting that itchy feeling. Every time I put another product on my eyes, the itchy feeling comes back. Like when I touch something, ew, there's that itchy feeling. It's a little icky for me, but normally maybe I wouldn't put this on my eyes, so it wouldn't be a problem. Under my eyes I don't feel anything, but I am afraid that when I take this off, my eye skin is going to be slightly inflamed, never a good thing. But I think it looks really pretty. But I'm going to go in the other room and take off this, so hopefully I will only have my lip color. I hope it doesn't stain. And then we're going to go in with the last color. You guys, I was taking this off with my Kopari. It's not a cleanser, it's a lip conditioner. I thought it would have enough oil in it to take this off, but I thought it looked very pretty as a gloss, and I love a strong lip with like nothing going on in the eye. But I just posted my eyebrow video, so okay, this video is a little uncentered. Let's do the eyebrows. So a big lip, a big brow, nothing on the eyes. Okay, brows are done. So we have big bold brow, a big bold lip, and not much on the eyes. It's a look I love. It did leave a little bit of a stain. Not a bad thing in normal cases, but today I want to see what that color poppy looks like on my lips. So I'm taking a little bit of my concealer on my finger, and I'm just going to dab the teeniest bit. Concealer is not comfortable on the lips. Okay, lips are a little bit whited out, and I'm going to go in with this vibrant color Poppy. I have to say I don't really understand the inclusion of this color personally. To me it has more of a spring thing to it, but there it is. Let's just mix these and see what happens. To me, it no longer has that berry nature to it. I'm going to put some more of that smoky color, and maybe I can get it a little more brown looking. So this color right here. Okay, not exactly. I obviously need to do some more work on this to figure out which colors to blend together to get what I want. And now I have a beautiful burgundy ribbon for my hair. I'm going to have to use this. Use every accessory you have. And there's the ribbon in my hair. And you guys, that is today's video. Boy, I don't know how it's going to edit, but shooting it, a lot of talking. So here's what's going on. I am going to try this again because when I did the eyebrows, the stencil moved everything around, which is normal, I get it. But I don't feel that this is completely set. Like when I touch it, it doesn't feel soaking wet, but I don't feel like I want to go in with a powder blush without powdering it first. So today, I just put this on And then I did a bunch of wet products, right? I did this blush, I did 2 highlighters, and I did a cream bronzer. So I want to come back another time. It won't be dedicated to this, but this will be included in it, and do some powder and see what that is like. But the color Melrose seems a little bit light to me for most of the year, but I think for fall it's going to be fine, fall and winter. And fall and winter is an ideal time to do an SPF 30. In the summertime, not so ideal. So I'm surprised that the color works. Yay for that. I'm not going to use it on my eyes anymore because it is irritating my eyes. That's fine. This beautiful gift box, which is on the floor, this is just an incredibly elegant gift. And if you have someone in your life who is someone who loves makeup, who would appreciate that feeling of just luxury and beauty, I think it's worth considering. So for me so far, it's that Armani palette, which I will link here, and this for just exquisite gifts. It's the kind of thing where you're not going to give them a bunch of things, because this one thing or that one thing are so special and so memorable. Just the experience of opening it, both of them really, is just, it feels so special. It makes you feel special. The ribbon, also very important. And this is, again, something I'm not going to want to put with my other things. This is going to be next to the Armani, its own special box. That's where it belongs. So you guys, that's it for today's video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Please give me a thumbs up and consider following. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart. I'm wishing you good health.